Vitesse vs Tottenham Live, Europa Conference League updates. Follow all the action as Vitesse Arnhem host Tottenham in the Europa Conference League tonight. Nuno Espirito Santos escaped with a draw in their opening Group G game against Rennes, however, they recovered with an emphatic victory last time out in Europe, thrashing NS Mura 5-1 as Harry Kane scored a second-half hat-trick. That result left Spurs joint top of the group after 2 games, with only the winner of the group guaranteed automatic progression to the last 16. However, Nuno has opted to use the fixture as a chance to heavily rotate his side, with the head coach confirming none of the outfield players who started Spurs' 3-2 victory against Newcastle at the weekend have even travelled to Holland. He insists, though, that it is not an unnecessary risk. No. It's not about that. If someone gets that interpretation, I cannot do anything. And when you decide to think about the risk, if you always think about the risk, you cannot decide. Decisions in life, all of them have risk, he said. We respect all the competitions, we respect all the games. And we consider that it's better for us to start the players that are going to start, leave some players here, work, recover well, so we can be able to compete better on the Sunday. Follow all the latest updates. Vitesse striker Nicolai Baden-Frederiksen is looking forward to facing Tottenham tonight and hopes his team can somehow get a result against a former Champions League finalists. He told Vitesse TV, "We were happy when we reached the group stage. Now we are playing the Champions League finalists from 2 years ago. We know who they are and have respect for them, but we also want to get a result. It is up to us to find the solutions and the space and to keep the defense tight." Despite all the changes, Tottenham's starting eye is fairly strong. Excluding Dane Scarlett and Pierluigi Golini, most of the starting eye have made regular appearances in the Premier League, and Nuno Espirito Santos spoke in the build-up about some of them taking this chance to find some form. He picked out Steven Bergwijn by name, saying, "This is a good opportunity for him to get sharper and stronger, we will need him in the future." Thomas Lech makes one change to his Vitesse team that started against Rennes last time out on the Europa Conference League as Yang Boho drops out and is replaced in the forward line by Osama Darfalu. Nuno Espirito Santo changes his entire team from the weekend. There are 6 returning players that featured in the last ECL match against Mura, with Pierluigi Golini returning in goal and a front 4 of Brian Gill, Del Alli, Steven Bergwijn and Dane Scarlett. Vitesse I, Schubert, Doki, Bezoer, Rasmussen, Dasa, Biro, Tronstad, Wittek, Baden-Frederiksen, Darfalu, Openda. Tottenham's I, Golini, Tanganga, Sanchez, Rodon, B. Davies, Lo Celso, Winks, Brian Gill, Ali, Bergwijn, Scarlett. Tottenham boss, Nuno Espirito Santo, has left all of the outfield players who started in Sunday's 3-2 win at Newcastle at home, and they won't be playing a part in tonight's game. When asked if he was taking a gamble, Nuno replied, "It's not about that. It's about trying to analyze and see what is better for us in terms of our process during the week and for the future." Meanwhile, Vitesse manager Thomas Lech doesn't see any advantage in playing against a team missing many of its big names, according to De Gelderlander. Spurs have 25 top players to choose from, he said. "I see no advantage at all in coming up against their so-called second string. The players who we face tonight will be eager to prove themselves. They want to get into the normal startings. Tonight's match against Vitesse is Tottenham's 3rd fixture of the campaign so far this season. They faced Rennes away from home on matchday 1 and secured a point after Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg found the back of the net to equalize in the 76th minute. The game finished 2-2. Things were easier for Spurs in their next match against Mura. They were 2 goals up inside of 10 minutes before Ziga Kaus scored just after halftime to set up a potentially nervous finish. It wasn't the case, though, as Harry Kane came off the bench to score a hat-trick in just 19 minutes and ease Tottenham to a 5-1 victory. Another win tonight and Spurs will be well set to qualify for the knockout stages. The Europa Conference League is an opportunity for more teams around Europe to play one another. It is essentially a third-tier European competition, behind the Champions League and Europa League, which follows the existing formats of those competitions. It begins with a group stage, which is followed by 2-legged knockout rounds and a single-legged final. Teams can qualify for the Europa Conference League through a number of different routes. In England, the Carabao Cup winners qualify, but Tottenham earned their spot in the competition as the highest finishers in the Premier League who didn't already have a place in the Champions League or Europa League. The 8 groups contain 4 teams each, and no side can play another club from their country in the first round. To progress to the first knockout rounds of the Europa Conference League, the last 16, a team must finish top of their group or finish second and then win a playoff tie against a side that finished third in their Europa League pool. Tottenham currently sit top of Group G with 4 points but could slip as low as third if they lose to Vitesse this evening. Welcome to the Independent's live coverage as Tottenham travel to Vitesse in the Europa Conference League. Nuno Espirito Santo has pledged to field an entirely different outfield 11 tonight, with the players who started against Newcastle last weekend not making the trip to Holland. Spurs are currently joint top of Group G on 4 points after 2 matches and need to win the group in order to avoid a playoff to reach the knockout stages.